All right, hit me with your little quiz game.
What is this?
Looks like some kind of a hasp
What's a hasp?
or a latch.
Oh, okay.
Probably for a fence. They could pull it over, and this was probably wire on a fence.
What's this?
That is a weight for balancing your tires. Looks like part of a belt.
This?
Just a bolt. Probably a carriage bolt with that square on there.
We all know what this is. A zipper.
That is a zipper.
What is this?
It's another bolt, but this probably worked as like a bearing or something.
What's a bearing?
Well, not exactly a bearing, but probably something. This attached here, and something was able to move on this.
This.
Now that's some kind of lug nut that you had to have a special key for.
All right.
So you couldn't just use a regular wrench to open it.
These two are the same.
The spark plugs.
Yeah.
And that one's probably dead. The gap is horrible. Yeah, that one, a lot of carbon fouling there.
Okay. This. I found that in a field.
I don't know. Looked like some kind of handle. You know what it was? I bet you this was from the popcorn, the round popcorn thingies, and you it looks like a handle for one of those. That is looks like 1.5 or 2 inch, 1/4 inch drive socket extension. It's just a bolt. That is a self-tapping screw. This is a screwdriver, and you could hold it in here and spin it on that, and it had some kind of, it's broken.
I'm pretty sure we know what these are.
Nuts.
This?
That is some kind of a eye. You would top it in, you'd screw it into something, and then you could put a hook on here, or a rope, or whatever.
And I found I used it to blow bubbles.
Okay. That looks like it used to be part of a door hinge.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this one's to like a whiteboard. I see those all the time.
That's just a paper clip-ish. And that, I don't know what it's for, but that was some kind of gear on there of some sort. This is probably a little axle for a toy or like a like a kid's wagon or something.
I don't know if this is metal, but it was shiny.
It's lead. That's another weight to balance a tire.
Okay.
It's just a bolt that's seen better days.
This.
That is a nail with 2 heads.
Alright. Why does it have 2 heads?
Okay, you're trying to embarrass me. I really don't friggin' know why they have 2 heads, but a lot of times so you can put a string on here, or so you can sink it and pull it out later, or somebody's gonna tell us in the comments and tell me how stupid I am, because I don't know really what it's for, but yeah.
We're almost to the end of
That's a
my
washer,
findings.
but nothing's gonna come clean with that.
I don't know if this is metal. It just caught my eye.
That is a washer with a rubber grommet on it.
What's this?
And you'd use that on like a metal roof or some kind of metal where you don't want it to leak. There is also a washer, and with the color on that, that might be a grade 8 washer.
I found this in the tar.
That is just a link of chain that has been cut. That is a zipper of no hope.
And I found this. This is my best finding.
Oh,
It was in the sand.
It's a heart of love. All right. Cool junk collection.
I'm gonna collect more.
Why do you love your junk box so much that you fill up all the time?
Well, depends on what I find, but all of it's shiny. It's metal. It's bizarre and weird. It's beautiful in some ways. Sometimes it's just random.
It's pretty
And
random.
yeah. But the randomest one has gone missing. The Hope one. I found it. This is the randomest one.
Most random.
Yeah. It just popped out on the Where to Stay. But my favorite one would have to be this. I like that one. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, well, that one's probably, they would put it in, they'd fasten it in. And because this area is smooth here, and you can see where it's got wear marks,
Okay.
it's probably just so that something could be tightened down and held in place, and then it could rotate a little bit and be adjusted.
What is your favorite finding in the box of wonder?
I gotta pick a favorite?
Or at least one that you think is a little nice.
A little nice.
I know they're all kind of scrapped up, but that's why I rescued them.
You rescued them?
I mean, this one was stuck in tar. This one was buried in sand. I rescued them.
Okay, well. What, dog? Well, I don't know.
Like, what's one that you actually like see and like?
And like?
Yeah, like I mean, I know it's all junk, but like,
Well, if the day ever came that I needed a 5/8 inch bolt with that thread pattern, that would be useful.
which one was like the trickiest to identify?
The trickiest to identify?
Other than this one, you got no answer for that.
Okay. Well, that actually would probably be this one. And what gave it away that it was some kind of axle is because where it's flattened right here, I bet you that this went in, this held that was a plastic wheel. It took me a second to figure this one out, but this is some kind of axle for a kid's toy, you know, whether it's a wagon or like what we call big wheels. I guess you guys don't have big wheels anymore, but a big wheel when I was a kid. But yeah, that's the one that probably took a second to figure out.
All right, and what's one do you think that's like a part, just something, is one that you think you wouldn't find, like something that somebody wouldn't leave on?
Now, things that could still get use,
But what about
tire shop may still be able to use that weight.
this? I mean, this one has just come off.
Okay. They probably threw it away. And
I found it on the way to the dollar store near Winco.
regardless, if you don't have, they call it a key, but it's basically a socket. If you don't have the socket that matches that, this is useless.
Yeah, it's still pretty cool. I thought it was cool for the little like cloud.
Sure, it's cool for that, but
Okay, at least tell me which one is actually useless. One that will always be useless. Apart from this.
well,
That can be
okay,
useful.
there's a big difference between useless or will never be able to perform its function again. Because you could make any of these useful in a given situation, but you know, most of the stuff will never perform its function of creation again. You could probably make that hook work for something again.
I don't even know how to use it.
These tire weights
What
could
do the
probably
tire weights do?
well, they balance a tire.
How?
Well,